that's what I want to go over with you guys today. I want to talk about how you can overcome your fear of sales, whatever that might be for you. And develop massive confidence and start earning what you're worth. This is another thing that a lot of my prospects, my potential clients, a lot of the people in my community, even my current clients, this is one of the things that, hey, lovely, good to see you here. This is one of the things that comes up over and over again is the fear of charging what you're worth, the fear of hearing no, of getting rejection, of having objections come up. We're going to tackle a lot of this today, and then I've got something for free to offer you guys at the end. So you want to stay to the end. It's absolutely pitch-free webinar. I'm not pitching you anything on this training. I've got something free for you at the end that if you are not already a part of, that you want to be, because I don't know anybody else doing this, okay? So many people, what I've come to discover is many people feel like they don't have the confidence that it takes to be successful, right? We fear that we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, we haven't been in business long enough, we haven't made enough sales, we haven't helped or impacted enough people yet, we don't have enough proof, right? We don't make enough money yet, like, we haven't, gotten enough education or enough training, like, all kinds of fears and insecurities and doubts come up that we just feel like we don't have what it takes to be successful. So for me, what I want to do is I believe, and I want to challenge you guys a little, because I believe that you actually do have confidence, because that's why you're here. Like, if you didn't think you could help people, you would not have started a business, right? Many of you have made big, scary leaps. You've made investments when you don't know what's going to come out of it, when you don't know if you can pay it back. You have quit your 9-to-5 jobs and you've started your online businesses, like you just went for it. You have borrowed money. You have sold things really cheap for money. Like, you've taken out credit cards or loans or whatever, right? You guys have taken big leaps, big risks, big scary steps to start an online business. So my belief is that you would not do that if you didn't think that you could help people. You wouldn't. That doesn't even make sense, right? You would not be here if you didn't feel like you had something to offer. If you didn't think you could help another person and earn money for it, you would not be here. You wouldn't have taken those really big risks, those scary leaps, right? All this unknown stuff, you wouldn't have done it. What I believe is that you don't feel like you have the confidence. You don't feel like you have what it takes. But deep down, you know you do, or you just wouldn't be here. And this is something I want to challenge you to think about. Just look at it with a different perspective. Just sit with that and think about that for a minute, right? Think about the things that you've sacrificed, the things you've given up, the risks you've taken, the leaps, the steps, the actions that you've done that have been scary AF, and you've done them anyway. You would not do that if you didn't think that you could help people and make money doing it. So what I think the real problem is number one, you're not sure how to take what you do and package it up, price it, and then communicate it to others why they should see your offer in the same light as you do. Now, this is something that this was one of the top things when we started building this group in this community. One of the things, one of the questions that I was asking people is what their biggest challenge is with sales. And one of the top things that people came back and said was that they're not sure how to package up what they do, their genius, that special, amazing thing they do, put a really good price on it that feels good for everyone, that's worthy of the value, and then help other people see the value in it like they do. This was one of the things it seems to be one of the biggest challenges, is that entrepreneurs don't know how to do this. They don't know how to package up what it is that they do, but then to also put a good price on it that feels good. And it also allows the potential clients to see the value in your offer just as much as you do. And this is a big one, right? Because if you don't know how to do this, then your potential clients are not going to buy your programs or your services or products because they're not going to see the value in it like you see the value in it. right? I always say it's not enough for us to be in love with our offers and for us to see the value. We have to make sure the people that we're asking to invest in it and to buy it, that they also see that, right? The second thing is that you're not working the way that you really want to work with your clients. So when I say the way, what I mean is that, maybe you're not delivering your offers or your services or your products the way that you want. Maybe you're inviting people into a one-on-one program, but you don't want to do one-on-ones. I have, oh my gosh, probably 80% of my clients have come to me and said, I'm so sick of doing one-on-one. It's making me money, but I don't want to do it anymore. Like, I don't want to do one-on-one coaching anymore, right? Or I have virtual assistants that will come to me and say, I don't want to charge hourly for my work anymore. I'm sick of it, right? So maybe you're not working the way that you want to work with your clients. And so it doesn't feel good, when you're not excited about the way that you're working with your clients, or if you're not working with your clients in the way that you want to, then it's just going to feel kind of shitty trying to sell it, right? Because you don't really want to fulfill it. So when my clients come to me and say, Ann, I don't want to do one-on-one coaching anymore, and I don't want to charge hourly anymore, right? When they come to me and say that, the reason they're struggling to sell those packages is because they don't really want to deliver. You want to make the money, but you don't want to deliver in the way that you have your program structured. And most of the time, my clients come to me and they're like, listen, I'm making money doing one-on-one coaching, but I don't want to do it anymore. I'm tired of one-on-one coaching. I don't want to do that. I want to do something different, right? Or they say, Ann, I'm charging hourly. It's, I have to have so many clients just to make a little bit of money. I'm so sick of charging, dollar for hour. I need a different business model. And the thing is that when you're not working the way that you want to work with your clients, it makes it really hard to sell it, because the truth is you really don't want to do it. Right? So this is the second problem that's causing you to have a lack of confidence in the work that you're doing, because you're not really happy about the way you're going to work with the people that come into those programs to begin with, right? That makes sense, because when I was doing one-on-one coaching, which I stopped doing this year, 2017, I stopped doing one-on-ones. But for like 6 years in my business, that's all I did. And trust me, by like year 2, I was so sick of doing one-on-one coaching because I had to have a lot of clients, and in order for me to make money, it meant that I needed to be on the phone coaching. If I was not on the phone coaching, if I didn't have sessions booked in my calendar with clients, I wasn't making money. That's not scalable. That meant that I had to sacrifice time with my family. I had to sacrifice travel, vacation, things I wanted to do. It meant that in order for me to make money, I had to be on the phone. I didn't want to do that business model anymore. I didn't want to work that way with my clients. And so I had to make a decision on what is the business model that I do want to have? What is the business model that would really excite me? What way do I really want to work with my clients? In a way that's going to feel good for me, and they're still going to get what they need, right? And so I had to restructure my business model, and now I don't even do one-on-one coaching. It's very, very rare that I even offer it, yet I make more money than I did when I was doing one-on-one coaching. So the thing that you have to do is you have to figure out your business model. You have to figure out the way that you want to work with your clients, and it's really irrelevant what your coach or your mentors tell you, or what other people are doing, or what you think you need to do, or even what's working in the industry. It's all about the way that feels good for you. And this is a big, big thing that a lot of experts and coaches and mentors and leaders in this industry, they're not teaching you this. They're telling you, do it this way. Go offer this and do it this way. This is how you make money. And the problem is most entrepreneurs start businesses they're not excited about. They're not passionate about it. They're not enjoying it. And that makes it hard to sell. And that is going to make you think that you don't have the confidence, or that you don't have what it takes, when it's actually not the truth. The other thing is that you're undercharging because you don't see or know how to demonstrate the value in your work. I have clients who have come to me and they're like, listen, I do mindset. Like the work that I do with my clients is not tangible. Like they don't walk away with a packet. They don't walk away with an action plan. They don't walk away with, something physical. So how the heck can I demonstrate the value in it when I feel like I'm not giving them anything? And the problem with that is that you don't see the value in the work that you do. You don't understand that the work you're doing with them is so valuable. And instead what you think is, if I give them stuff, that equals value. Like I have to give them physical items in order for it to be valuable. And that is just that's a belief that you've created that's not true, and that you can learn to see the value in the work that you do. And it doesn't have to be tangible. It doesn't have to be an item, right? They don't have to walk away with a tangible item for your work to be valuable. And so what happens is when you feel like it's not valuable and you feel like, I don't know how to explain or demonstrate to them how valuable it is. I don't know how to say that because they're not walking away with a tangible item. So how do I describe it? When you have that experience, you undercharge because you don't feel comfortable charging more money for something that you don't know how to demonstrate the value in. That makes sense, right? That definitely makes sense. So that's another problem. The other thing is that you're a genuine person, right? And you don't want to come off pushy or desperate. Your goal is that you just want to help people, right? You just want to help people. You want to have an impact. You want to change the world for people. You have big, big dreams, and you're really just a genuine, nice person who wants to go help people. And so when it comes to sales, depending on what you think of sales and depending on how you look at them, how you do them, and how you feel about them, if you feel, insecure or you don't feel confident in them, then what's going to happen is when you ask people to pay you for your stuff, you're going to feel naturally like you're being salesy and pushy and desperate. Like people who are not confident in sales feel really awkward asking people to make an investment or pay them for their services. And if you don't have these other things in order, it feels even worse, right? You just naturally feel like you're doing bad things to people, like you're bugging them or you're pushing them or you come off desperate or they're going to judge you and think you're crazy or, no one's going to pay those prices. And you start feeling weird and awkward just reaching out and speaking to people because you feel like you have such a lack of confidence in your ability to help people and in the work that you do. And so when you have that, it's going to make it really hard for you to ask people to pay you for your great work, for your great service, right? And then the other thing is that you just have a negative relationship with money. Now, this is the other thing that came up quite a bit with our community when we did our survey and market research, was that they just don't have a good relationship with money. Now, I think in some ways we can all relate to this where, we have these things from our past that we've been conditioned to believe, right? Like mom and dad struggled to make money. You have to work really hard for very little. Money comes hard. Money's not easy. Money doesn't grow on trees. You hear all this stuff around money. And so what happens is when you think about money, you think about negative stuff, right? You see mom and dad like sitting at the table doing taxes or paying bills and balancing their checkbook, and they're stressed the F out, right? Like they're so stressed out, they look miserable. And so you always, like, you're just conditioned. You just grow up thinking like, money's a bad thing. Money is hard to come by. Money is negative. It's stressful. There's never enough of it. Like, you have to work so hard just to make a little bit and to barely get by. And like, we have all of this negative emotion and belief when it comes to money. And so money is just tied to beliefs. Some people believe that money is unwavering. Like it never ends, it never stops, it never fails us, it's always available, it's everywhere, it's in every single thing. There's never a lack of it, and you can get it anytime you want it. Like that's my belief on money. But that was not always how I felt about money, because I grew up on food stamps, subsidized housing, low income, state assistance. My mom and dad had to make everything from scratch. We were extremely poor. I wore the same things to school all the time. We never had nice clothes. We ate every day, but we scraped by. And my parents were stressed about money all the time. Anything they ever talked about around money was negative. It was bad. It was scary. And they just always made it sound like you're going to struggle your whole life. Like money is really hard to get, and you're always going to be poor. You're always going to struggle. You're always going to be broke. it's always just going to be difficult, right? That's how I grew up, but that's not how I believe it today, because I've changed the way I believe and think and feel about money. And so the relationship that you have with money is really going to play a huge part in the success of your business. Because if you have all this negative feels and thoughts in relationship with money, then yeah, naturally you're going to have a really hard time trying to sell your programs, to charge more for your offers. Like, you're just going to struggle in general because you have all this negative stuff around money. And most of it is not true, because again, money is just tied to a belief. So it's whatever you believe about it. And like I said, most of us are just conditioned at a very young age to have all this negative stuff around money. So would you believe me if I told you that there's only 2 things that you need to truly master and get confident in order for you to change your entire perspective and approach to all things sales? I know all of this stuff we just talked about is like negative stuff and complicated stuff. And so for me to say, hey, there's only really 2 things that you truly need to master, right, for you to turn your confidence around, seems a little bit bold, right? Like, really? That's it? Just 2 things? But it's true. So let me demonstrate with you. Number 1, you need the right traffic. When you have when you know who your ideal clients are, when you know who you want to work with, and you know the people that you can help, when you identify who those people are, you're going to feel really good about approaching them. You're going to feel really good about talking to them or marketing to them or getting them on a sales call and having that conversation, because you know that these are your people. When you're getting on the phone with people that are not your ideal clients, or you don't even know if they are, you're just going to automatically feel very awkward, because you're like, oh my God, I don't really know what they need. I don't know who they are. Like, I don't even know if I can help these people. And it's just going to feel right away, straight out of the gate, very uncomfortable, right? Because you don't want to put something in front of someone or ask someone to make an investment with you if in fact you can't help them and they're not even looking for your service. That just feels really awkward, very salesy, very pitchy, right? So that's one problem, is that a lot of entrepreneurs spend a very lot of time, I don't know if that even made sense. A lot of entrepreneurs spend a lot of time putting offers in front of everybody, and then feel very awkward about it. They feel salesy, they feel pitchy, because they feel like all they're doing is going around to everybody and promoting. That does not feel good. And that gives sales a really bad name, because that's not how you conduct proper sales. Sales actually feel really good when you do them right. But if you're going to just anybody and you're not really identifying the right traffic, sales is going to downright feel really icky. Okay, that's a fact. Okay, the next thing that you need, so number 1 is that traffic. The next thing is you need a sellable offer. This is that offer you feel so good about. You're working with your clients in the way that feels good for you. It's exciting. It's created just by you, by your design. It's what you want. It's what you vision, the way that you work with your clients, right? It's priced the way you want it to be. It's structured the way you want it to be. It supports your business model, like your ideal business model. It's everything that you want in your business. It's exactly the way that you want to be working with your ideal clients, right? This is that sellable offer. It's easy to say yes to. It's priced perfect for everyone, so it feels really good. And it's structured the way that you want to be showing up and working with your clients, right? So if you don't want to do a one-on-one program, if you're so sick of that, then this sellable offer would not be a one-on-one program. If you're tired of charging by the hour or getting paid by the hour and you're so over that, you're so sick of that, then this sellable offer would not be hourly, right? It's looking at the way that you want to work with your clients so that you feel good about your offer, first and foremost, and then you'll feel really good putting a good price on it because you know it's valuable. You're excited about it. You believe in it. You created it versus maybe just regurgitating it from somebody else or what you see other people doing or maybe even what you've been told to do. I have a lot of clients in my programs that they have offers that they were told to create, that they were told, do it this way because they sell. And they're miserable in them and they don't want to do them and they're not making any money. They're not making money. They're not even enjoying their business. So that's not a sellable offer, okay? A sellable offer is something you design that you're excited about and you feel really confident in, okay? If you have these two things, the rest of the things fall in place. I promise you. I promise you that if you have these two things mastered, just these two things alone by themselves, that you're going to see just a massive shift in your confidence and your excitement and your motivation in your business, that all the other things that you feel are big challenges and obstacles for you right now are going to dissipate, and you're just going to see that they just naturally become easy, and those negative things and hard things just kind of fall away. I promise you, get these two things right. Give this your focus. Like, give these two things the majority of your focus and get these things right and master these two things, and everything else just comes very naturally and easily, okay? It flows very, very natural once you have these two things. When you have these two things aligned and they're on point, your confidence is going to be unwavering. It is not going to go up and down and all over the place. And like one day you feel really good and excited, and the next day you feel like crap and you think like you're totally off track. That is because you don't have these two things. That is because you don't have you're not doing the things you love. You're not working the way you want to be working with your clients. You're not pricing things the way you want to price them. You don't have these two things in order. And so therefore, your confidence goes up and down and all over the place. And most people that have that experience, they find themselves switching things up a lot, right? You're changing your offers all the time. You're increasing your price, and then you're down, you're decreasing your price, and then you're putting a low ticket offer out there. You're all over the place. And that's just because you don't have those other things in place. So therefore, your confidence is really low, or it feels like it is. I'm willing to bet that one, if not both of these two things are not 1,000% feel good for you right now. I am willing to bet. I am willing to put money on the table right now that one of the two things, the right offer or your sellable offer and the right traffic, I am willing to bet that if not both of those things, at least one of those things is not 1,000% on point for you right now. Rather it be that you're not really attracting the right people, number one, or maybe your offers are not really the way you want them to be. They're not structured the way you want them. They're not priced the way you want them. You're not delivering them the way you want to, or you don't feel confident in them. I am literally willing to put money on the table that at least one of these things is not 1,000% feel good for you right now. And if that's the case, then you're going to struggle. You're going to have a hard time. So it's not that you don't have confidence in your ability, because if you didn't have confidence in your ability to help people, you never would have started a business. You wouldn't be here right now. You wouldn't even be doing this if you didn't have confidence in your ability to help people. I think it's that you don't have confidence in the how. How am I going to make this happen? How am I going to deliver my services? How am I going to do this? How am I going to consistently make great money that feels really good for me, gives a huge impact to my people? How am I going to do that? And I think that that's the real problem. So let's talk about the hows. And these are pulled directly from you guys here in my community. These are the things you told me you struggle with. So the hows, how to better explain your offer so that your ideal client sees the value in it the way that you do. That is one of the biggest challenges and obstacles that my community has, is that they don't know how to get their ideal clients to see the value in their offer the way that they see the value in the offer. That is huge. That's a big, big gap in your sales process. Number two is how to price your offer so that it feels really good to you and it's easy for your clients to say yes to, right? You want to have that balance where you're getting paid what you want to be paid for your services, that you're making the money that you want. You're getting paid really effing good for what you do, but you also want it to be an easy, feel-good yes for your ideal clients. So my community says, how the hell do I do that, Anne, without undercharging? How do I find a way to price where it feels so good for me and I feel like I'm being paid what I'm worth, what my services are worth, without charging too much or feeling like I'm charging too much to my clients? That is one of the biggest challenges that I see across the board, not just in my community, but across the board. The other thing is how to articulate how you will help your clients specifically reach their goals or that end outcome. So a lot of the people that come into my programs will tell me over and over and over again, and I really don't know how to tell my clients specifically what I'm going to do with them inside my programs that's going to get them from point A to point B. And so what you're lacking is a signature system. You're lacking a step-by-step signature system that brings your client from point A to point B. When you have that in place, this is no longer a problem. When you have that in place, you know exactly how to explain and articulate to your potential clients, here's the steps that you and I are going to take. Here's exactly, specifically what we're going to do in my program to help you get from point A to point B. First, we're going to do this. Second, we're doing this. Then we're going to work on this. Then we're going to do this. Okay, so if you don't have that signature system, if you don't have a step-by-step way that you're actually going to help your clients get results, of course, naturally, you're going to feel like a lack of confidence in putting a good price on it and then having people come into your program because you're going to automatically feel like, I'm not sure how I'm going to help them. Okay? Number 4 is that how to overcome objections without feeling like a pushy salesman. So I get this a lot for people who are having sales calls. They're getting people on the call, but they're not closing the way they want to be because they feel like when someone has an objection, they automatically feel like, oh, they're not interested. Or they feel like if they try to help them overcome that objection, that they're being really pushy and desperate and they're overstepping their boundaries and it feels really uncomfortable and awkward. A lot of the times this is absolutely not true. It's just something that you are making up and it's not the case. But what it comes down to is knowing how to have a proper sales call. You have to know how to have a sales call before you start booking them because you're going to waste opportunities. And so this is another big thing. Another is how to promote and market your offers without blowing up Facebook groups all day long with pitches. So a lot of people in the community, I see this in other groups, I also see it with my clients, is how the hell do I promote and market my services? Number 1, without being salesy. And number 2, how the heck do I do it without going into Facebook groups all day, every single day, just spending my whole life in Facebook groups, blasting out promotions, right? People want to know how to do this without feeling like that, without doing that, doing it in a way that is perceived as value versus sales, right? And then number 6 is how to create offers that actually solve problems. And this comes twofold. Number 1, you got to go figure out from your people, what is it that they want bad enough that they're willing to pay for it, right? What is their problem that they're having that's so bad they're willing to pay to make that problem go away? That's the first step. The second step is that you need to have, you need to create an offer that is step-by-step and solves that problem. And that includes having a signature system so that you know the exact steps you're going to take your clients through to solve their problem. Solve the problem and get them to the end goal, right? All right, so when you don't have clarity and confidence in these things, then you will feel in a total loss of control and you're going to second guess your ability, which therefore is going to mean that we say that we don't have the confidence, we don't have what it takes. That's what this results in. When you don't have these things in place, then you just feel out of control. You feel out of place, you feel awkward, you feel like, you know, you're second guessing your everything, right? Even second guessing the fact that you started this entrepreneur journey. You're second guessing your ability. Can I really help people? Are my services really worth it? Are they valuable? Should I put this price on it? Can I really help people? You know, all of that stuff starts to come up. And then you're just like, I just don't have any confidence. I need to increase my confidence. I don't have what it takes, right? Here's the solution. So I am hosting a free, okay, there's no investment. I'm hosting a free winter workshop for the entire month of January. This is really exciting. I've never done anything like this before. I don't know of anyone who's doing it, but I'm doing a winter workshop, a sales confidence winter workshop for the entire month of January for free. For those of you who are ready to unfuck your sales confidence and finally get paid what you're worth. Inside this whole month, the entire intention and purpose of me even creating this and giving my free coaching and services for an entire month is so that we can eliminate your lack of confidence, so that we can eliminate these challenges that are causing you to not believe in yourself and to not put yourself in the game. When we end this 1-month challenge, you're going to have a massive transformation in your confidence around all things sales. You will never, ever look, feel, or do sales the way that you do them now, ever again. My goal, my intention is to work with every single person inside this program to get you to that place where you have massive, massive confidence in all things sales. And that is no longer something holding you back from earning what you're worth, from putting yourself in the game, to booking clients, filling your program solid. Sales will not be that problem for you any longer. That's the intention and the goal and the purpose behind me even doing this for free for an entire month. So here's what you're going to discover in the workshop. This is the stuff we're going to do together. I'm going to teach you guys 5 steps to confidently crush your sales calls. So if you are booking calls and you're having a hard time closing, or if you're having a hard time just getting people on a call with you, I'm going to share with you 5 steps to crush that, okay? Booking sales calls and conducting sales calls will no longer be a challenge or problem for you or an obstacle after this workshop. I'm also going to show you how to show up and open your sales calls with massive confidence right out of the gate so that you can effortlessly ask and get the sale. So I close 100% of my sales calls. If I get on the phone call with an ideal client and I can help them and I have a solution for them, I close that sale every single time. I have a 100% close rate. There's things that I do that allow for that. There's things I have in place, and there's the ways that I feel, think, and do and conduct certain things around sales calls. I'm going to be teaching you this stuff so that this does not happen, so that you're not booking calls and then not getting sales. I'm going to show you how to do that. The other thing is I'm going to show you how to position and price your offer so that your ideal clients skip objections. They no longer give you money objections, and they go straight to the yes. There's, it's not rocket science, but there's strategy and there's ways to do this and to be able to get the right people on the call with you and then get them to say yes to your offers. I'm going to show you how to do that in this free workshop, okay? The other thing I'm going to show you is how to confidently price your offer without feeling bad or giving too much away. A lot of people feel bad if they increase their price because they're like, oh my God, what if they can't afford it? What if this is too much? Who am I to charge this much? All that shit basically comes up. Or you're giving so much away for free, meaning that you're charging really low for your stuff, but you're giving so much that does not feel good. So therefore, you're going to struggle to sell. So in this free workshop, I'm going to show you how to confidently price your offers so that you don't feel bad about the price, so you can increase your prices and not feel bad about it and not give so much away for free. The other thing in this free workshop that I'm going to show you is how to articulate the value of your work so that you can get paid what you're worth. I want to show you how you can articulate to other people, your ideal clients, why your program is so valuable, why it's something that they should invest in. If you know how to do that, sales really becomes quite easy. Okay, the other thing is how to write super simple copy that gets your ideal client engaging. You have to create copy that stops people in their tracks and gets them to read your stuff because let's be honest that it's a very crowded industry, a lot of great marketers out there, and a lot of people are very smart. They understand marketing. They understand when someone says, hey, tell me yes in the comments if you want this, they understand what you're doing there. And so people are not opening emails as much anymore. If they're opening them, they're not really clicking. People are not really engaging in your social media posts. The other flip side to this is that Facebook has changed their algorithms and they're making it extremely challenging and difficult for your messages to be seen unless you're paying for the ads. So there's things that you need to learn how to do if you want people to see your posts, if you want people to engage in your emails and your social media posts. So I'm going to show you how you can write some really super simple copy that stops people in their tracks and it gets their attention. And there's going to be more. So for this whole free workshop for the entire month of January, these are things we're going to be doing together. These are the things you're going to walk away with. This is what I'm going to teach you so that sales never becomes an obstacle or challenge for you ever again. You might have other things, but I can tell you right now that after this workshop, sales is something that will not be an obstacle for you ever again. Here's what else we're going to do inside this free 30-day workshop, okay? I'm going to give you guys daily tips and prompts. So I'm going to give you guys little things to go off to do each day, that's going to inspire you. It's going to transform the way you think, feel, and do sales. It's going to give you tips and strategies that you can apply to your business so that sales is not a problem for you. I'm also going to give you weekly action steps and homework. So I'm going to give you little things that you can go, just small shifts that you can go off and do so that you can get as good at your sales as I am at mine. Okay. I'm also going to do weekly live trainings right in the private Facebook group with Q&A. I'm going to be sharing specific things with you guys that are going to help you eliminate all things sales in terms of challenges or obstacles. I'm telling you right now, when you leave this workshop, your confidence is going to be through the roof, and you're going to feel so different about sales. You're going to look at them differently. You're going to conduct them different. You're going to feel different about them. Sales will never be the same for you after this workshop. That I can promise, because sales is my jam. It's what I do. I'm going to give you guys a confidence workbook. It's going to be a fillable workbook. Again, this is all for free, but you're going to get a workbook, and the workbook can be used alongside the weekly trainings that we do together. You can go off and fill this out, and it's really going to transform how you look at sales and how you do them. The other thing is you're going to get daily support in the private Facebook group for free for the entire 30 days. So I'm going to be in there every single day, supporting you and helping you and answering your questions and giving you tips and strategies and advice and suggestions so that you don't just get stuck over the 30 days and so that you don't continue to repeat the same patterns that are not working for you right now, that are keeping you feeling stuck and unconfident, okay? You're also going to have a community of other entrepreneurs who are just like you. So you don't need to feel embarrassed or ashamed or nervous or scared or anything like that, because all of the other entrepreneurs that are in this community, they're going through the same thing that you are. They have the same challenges and obstacles. They have the same questions, the same insecurities. They're in this free workshop for the same goal, they want the same thing you do. So you can create lifelong relationships and partnerships with the people in this community. You can get the support you need. You can feel really safe. You're going to feel really fully supported inside this community. We already have over 40 people in the community. I just started sharing it the beginning of this week. I opened this up. We have over 40 women or entrepreneurs that are already in there, and more signing up along the way. You're also going to get accountability, inspiration, and motivation. This is not like a training program. This is just a month of accountability, support, and I'm going to give you guys some things to go off and do so you are equipped with what it's going to take for you to eliminate your lack of confidence around all things sales. So, who's up for the challenge? Who wants to come join us inside this free workshop? It's a winter workshop for the entire month of January. I'm going to be in there every single day inside this private group supporting you. I'm going to be doing weekly trainings for you guys, answering your questions, giving you resources and different things to go and do that are going to help you eliminate this. So here's what I want to say. If you have any challenge or struggle or insecurity around anything sales, this is a free workshop that you should get your buns into. You're not going to find this anywhere else for free, believe that. Number two is that if you have a sales challenge or struggle or fear or doubt, then you need to get the support you need to overcome that so that 2018 is not a repeat of 2017. This challenge is free. It's going to cost you nothing. All you need to do is show up and ask for support and receive support and take the support I give you. And then you're going to have the biggest transformation around sales that you've ever had in your life. And it's not going to cost you a damn penny. So my recommendation is to get your ass inside this free challenge for the entire month of January. You have nothing to lose, and I promise you, you are going to gain a lot. You should be sharing this link with your friends and telling them to get their ass in here if you know someone who has a problem or challenge or any sort of fear or insecurity around all things sales. This is the link to register for free. All you got to do is go to selllikearebel.com/sales confidence winter workshop. And I'm also going to drop it right now for you guys. Let me just drop it here in this in the comments here for you, because you can just click the link, get yourself signed up. Like I said, this is free. It's not costing you anything, so there's no excuse. If you need help with your sales, number one, I'm definitely the person to go to for that. But this is definitely going to solve all of that for you. So selllikearebel.com/sales winter, sales confidence winter workshop. Okay, the link is in the comments. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pin it so it's down there for you. All you need to do is click that link, share that link with your friends, or on your page or your group, or tell a friend about it, whatever. Don't forget to tell a friend, because this is absolutely a free workshop for the whole month of January. So you're going to kick off 2018 with a bang. You are not going to have a repeat of 2017. This is game changer, life changer. You will never be the same after this experience. You've got to get yourself into this free workshop. You need to go tell your friends about this workshop and get them into it. There's no risk. It doesn't cost you anything. And I'm going to be there to support you with whatever is coming up for you around sales. My promise is that I'm going to do everything in my power to solve all of those things for you so that you leave completely transformed. As long as you show up and you do the work and you do what I say and you get support and you accept the support, your life will never be the same after this. So get yourself in here. Go to the link. It's in the comments. selllikearebel.com/sales confidence winter workshop. Get in this program. We have over 40 people who have already signed up and counting. They're ready to rock this out. We start January 1st all the way to January 31st. The entire month of January, you're going to have all the support that you need to kick off 2018 and eliminate and erase whatever happened in 2017 that you were not happy with, and that's not going to be a repeat. Share this out, get other people in there with you, make sure everybody is signed up and joining. Okay, does anyone have any questions? If you have a question, let me know in the comments. If you're a replayer, pop your question below. If you have a question, I want to answer any of your questions. I want to make sure you're fully supported and you understand what this is. Get yourself registered. So the link is in the comments below. I have it pinned. selllikearebel.com/sales confidence winter workshop. Again, that link is down in the comments pinned below. Go ahead and click on that link and get in here, because this isn't going to cost you anything. Go tell your friends about this. If you know someone who is struggling with sales or has a lack of confidence, or it's the sales thing holding them back, anything, all sales is game inside this workshop. Anything to do with sales is all game. It's on the table in this workshop. If it's your offers, if it's your price point, if it's your target market, if it's your business model, if you don't have a signature system, if you're scared to overcome objections, if you don't know how to do sales calls, if you don't know how to book sales calls, whatever your thing is, as long as it has to do with sales, it's all game in this free monthly workshop for the whole month of January. Go tell your friends to get in here. Share that link out. Get yourself in there, first of all, because after January 1st, it's closed. If you're seeing this after January 1st, if you are trying to join after the 1st, too bad. It's closed. January 1st, I'm closing it down, and I'm going to be connecting with the women and the entrepreneurs that are in this workshop and that got themselves in there. So January 1st, if that's it, you don't have an opportunity to get back in, okay? We're going live January 1st. Get in there now, okay? All right, so there's the link. Make sure you tell a friend. If you guys have questions, drop them in the comments below. If you're a replayer, go through, watch this whole entire thing. Drop your questions below if you have any, and I'll come back in and answer. Otherwise, I'll see you over in the Sales Confidence Winter Workshop for free for the month of January.